A new study has revealed some pretty interesting correlations between your favorite alcoholic beverage and the likelihood that you'll vote for either Republicans or Democrats. So we've got this little chart that I just found today. So you see there, going from the bottom to the top, that's the likelihood that you'll turn out and actually vote. And from the left to the right, it's whether you're likely to vote for a Democrat or for a Republican. The size of the bubbles is the size of the population for each of those particular drinks. And so look, a lot of it does tend to be clustered around the center, which is depressing, not because you're as likely to vote for a Democrat as a Republican, but that you're not likely to vote at all.
Yeah.
But there are some outliers. Robert Mondavi, apparently a favorite of high turnout Republicans. I wouldn't have expected that.
Now, how can you tell? So the higher on the chart is the more likely they are to vote. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So Cavastier is low.
Yeah, well, it's mid-range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Democrats.
Yeah.
Okay. Where does Scotch fall? I can't see that because that's what I drink.
Well,
I mean, there's some.
Whiskey tends to skew Republican.
Yeah.
Vodka tends to skew Democrat. But the truth is, like you said, I mean, I have such a problem with these kinds of stuff. I mean, it's so ridiculous.
This is science, Cara.
It's all in the middle. Like what we're basically arguing about are these tiny little outliers. Oh, these outliers tend to be this way or that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like get a big enough sample size. I think those outliers might go away.
Yeah, it might be.
Just saying.
What was the take on Robert Mondavi again?
What do you mean? Well, that it's particularly Republican and
Yeah.
particularly likely to vote.
That's
but
really
you
funny.
seemed very surprised by that because you're a fan of Robert Mondavi.
I
Is that
like
correct?
that wine. Is that crazy?
And I'm a whiskey drinker.
Oh, really?
And so we should be voting Republican. So I don't know.
I need to change my political
See,
leanings.
this is the
That's the real problem here.
Well, no, but you bring up a good point, though,
Yes.
because that there's actually some kind of causal impact, like, oh, I drink this, oh my God, I want a flat tax. That doesn't really make sense.
Of course.
But it could be that people are trying to live up to stereotypes that they've seen.
I think what it proves is that if you look at Congress and the representation we've had, that most people when they vote are drunk. I think that's what that's proving, right?
Yeah, where's Boehner on that?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot of interceding variables here, like having to do with socioeconomic status or the area of the country where you live, like blue states versus red states. Red states, I think you do tend to see more Jim Beam and Wild Turkey. Blue states, you tend to see more Seagrams and Grey Goose. It's more of a club culture there. It's more of a bar culture in red states. So I don't think this has anything to do with voting preferences.
We can figure out whether the House will go Republican or Democrat based purely on this and the sales of various beers.
Where am I? I don't drink. What does that mean about me?
I don't know.
And how come none of the non-drinkers are
means you don't
represented?
even exist.
I don't exist. I'm not in the
You don't
the
drink,
equation.
but if you were to drink, what would you drink? You've got to have some kind of something you feel an affinity towards.
Rum?
Rum is actually very
delicious.
rum's delicious.
Yeah.
You'll find many of the
My
rums on the
Latin
center
roots.
line.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
You don't even drink a wine with
I don't drink a wine. I don't drink an alcohol at all.
And
And alcohol. Did you hear that? Spoken like a true non-drinker.
Is there a
She doesn't speak in English either.
Is there a reason?
No reason. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of smart people are like that.
Really? I don't
Getting
know.
rid of the alcohol?
No.
Yeah.
It's like so rare.
I don't know. We did recently cover on TYT that people who are moderate drinkers likely to live longer than people who abstain entirely from alcohol.
Time to get sauced up, Cara.
Seriously.